How Minneapolis professional Shashank Murali is helping shape the future of medical device quality when a flaw changes everything. Imagine a medical device, already deep in the validation process, suddenly revealing a flaw that nobody anticipated. The timeline is tight. The stakes are real. Somewhere at the end of that supply chain is a patient who depends on the device working exactly as intended. That kind of moment could rattle a career. For Shashank Murali, it did the opposite. Murali, a quality assurance professional based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, recalls the experience with clarity. He was involved in a major product validation project when a critical flaw surfaced. Rather than panic, his team conducted a thorough review, identified the root cause, and implemented corrective actions. Addressing that flaw not only enhanced the device's safety, he reflected, but also made me realize the profound impact quality assurance has on patient safety and the medical community. That moment, he has said, solidified his dedication to ensuring product reliability. It also set the course for everything that followed. Why Minneapolis became the right place for this work? Shashank Murali did not land in Minneapolis by accident. The city has quietly become one of the most significant medical technology corridors in the United States, home to a dense concentration of device manufacturers, contract research organizations, and regulatory specialists. The region's decades-long investment in medical device development has created a professional ecosystem where quality assurance work carries real weight. Engineers, compliance specialists, and quality professionals in Minneapolis operate within an environment shaped by some of the most demanding FDA and ISO standards in manufacturing. For someone like Murali, whose work centers on product validation and regulatory compliance, that environment is not a constraint. It's a resource. The Minneapolis medical device industry has also become increasingly data-driven in recent years. Digital quality systems now handle documentation, audit trails, and risk tracking in ways that manual processes simply cannot match. Murali stays current with these shifts by attending industry webinars, participating in conferences, and following leading medical device journals. Networking with industry experts, he has said, keeps him informed in ways that reading alone cannot. Shashank Murali's approach to risk, before it becomes a problem. One of the clearest through lines in Shashank Murali's professional philosophy is the belief that risk management is not a phase in the product lifecycle. It's a posture maintained throughout every phase. When starting a new project, Murali begins by understanding client requirements and analyzing potential risks before a single task is assigned. I also ensure all stakeholders are involved from the beginning, he has explained, so we are aligned on goals and timelines. That front-loaded alignment, he argues, prevents the kind of late-stage surprises that cost time, money, and sometimes patient safety. His approach to decision-making reflects the same discipline. He gathers the right data, considers long-term impacts, and consults with key stakeholders before committing to a direction. And he stays open to new information even after a decision is made. The tools he uses to track all of this are deliberate. Murali relies on the SMART framework, setting goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, and reviews milestones regularly to catch drift before it compounds. The role of data and digital systems in modern quality assurance in medical device manufacturing has changed significantly in the last decade. Paper-based systems are giving way to integrated digital platforms. Data analysis tools that once required specialized programming knowledge are now accessible to quality professionals willing to learn them. Murali is among those who leaned into that shift deliberately. He taught himself advanced data analysis techniques to improve his ability to identify trends and risks in product validation. He took online courses, applied the knowledge in real-world scenarios, and sought feedback from experienced colleagues. The process was iterative and intentional. That self-directed learning reflects a broader value he holds. I value integrity, precision, and continuous improvement, he has said. In regulated manufacturing, those three qualities are not abstract ideals. They show up in audit results, in corrective action records, and in the reliability of devices that reach patients. Digital quality systems, when properly implemented, support all three. They create consistency across supplier quality management, document control, and design validation. They reduce the margin for human error in record-keeping. And they generate the kind of data that allows quality professionals to move from reactive problem-solving to proactive risk prevention. Supplier quality, standards, and the patient at the end of the chain. Medical devices don't come from a single source. Components move through suppliers, contract manufacturers, and assembly partners before a finished product ever reaches a clinical setting. Each handoff is a potential point of failure. Managing supplier quality is one of the less visible but most consequential parts of the work Shashank Murali does. Ensuring that every partner in the chain meets FDA and ISO quality standards requires consistent communication, rigorous documentation, and a willingness to address problems directly when they surface. Murali approaches difficult situations, including difficult partners or colleagues, with empathy and clear communication. By actively listening and addressing concerns directly, he has said, "I aim to find common ground and work collaboratively toward a solution." In supplier management, that disposition matters. Relationships that are adversarial produce fewer quality improvements than relationships built on transparency and shared accountability. His key strength in this environment, by his own account, is attention to detail and the ability to identify potential risks early. "I leverage this by conducting thorough reviews," he explained, "and ensuring that no detail is overlooked during product validation." The professional habits that support this kind of work include reviewing current projects each morning and addressing immediate concerns before the day accelerates. Collaborating with teams to ensure regulatory compliance at each stage of development. Reserving dedicated time for learning, whether through industry articles or peer discussion. Applying the SMART framework to both individual goals and team-level project milestones. Seeking certifications in quality management systems and attending workshops on emerging medical technologies. Mentorship, community, and the long game. Shashank Murali's investment in the medical device field extends beyond his day-to-day project work. He volunteers with local organizations that provide healthcare access to underserved communities. He also mentors students pursuing careers in biomedical engineering, helping them understand the realities of an industry that demands both technical precision and ethical clarity. The mentorship work connects to a professional experience that left a lasting mark. Murali once contributed to improving a device used by rural healthcare clinics. When the project was successfully completed and the device rolled out, the impact on patient care in remote areas was tangible. "Seeing the tangible difference it made to people's lives," he recalled, "was one of the most rewarding experiences of my career." He points to his own mentors as among the most influential people in his career. They guided him early on, helping him develop problem-solving skills, patience, and attention to detail. Those qualities, he has said, have been essential to everything he has built since. The business leader he most admires is Dr. Devi Shetty, the Indian cardiac surgeon known for expanding access to quality healthcare across underserved populations. What Murali respects most is Shetty's ability to balance progress with patient-centered care. It's a balance Murali tries to carry into his own work. For those entering the field, his advice is grounded and direct. "Embrace challenges as they come," he has said, "and never underestimate the importance of building strong professional relationships along the way. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone." The book he recommends most often is The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. He values its emphasis on iterative improvement and building on feedback, principles he sees as directly applicable to medical device quality, where continuous enhancement is tied to patient safety. Building systems that let innovation move faster. There is a common misconception that rigorous quality systems slow innovation down. Shashank Murali's career offers a different argument. When quality is integrated into every stage of product development, rather than applied at the end as a checkpoint, development teams move with greater confidence. They know where the risks are. They know what the data shows. They know the device will hold up under scrutiny because the scrutiny happened throughout the process, not after it. A key strategy has been focusing on risk management, Murali has explained, and ensuring that quality systems are integrated into every stage of product development. This proactive approach has built my reputation as someone who ensures compliance and reliability. That reputation, built through consistent and detailed work in the Minneapolis medical device industry, reflects something larger than individual achievement. It reflects what happens when experienced quality professionals treat their work as both a technical discipline and a public trust. Shashank Murali defines success plainly: making meaningful contributions and ensuring that the products meet the highest standards of quality and safety. In a field where the end user is a patient, that definition is not a mission statement. It's a standard he holds himself to every day. This article is for informational purposes only. It does not constitute medical, legal, or regulatory advice. The views and experiences described are based on interviews with the subject and reflect his individual professional perspective.